my hair out here a little bit here. It's like this is for the heck of it. Get the hair out longer just because I feel like it. Whatever. That's not work. Guys, I'm wearing my hair goofy tonight for no apparent reason whatsoever. Just kidding. This looks ridiculous. My hair, my hat on this way. All right, guys. So what is going on, guys? This is the Club of the Man 1993 coming at you for my usual weekly live stream. It's Thursday night, and I'm here live with another special top 10 stream. I hope to get some good viewers here in the live chat to get your response and you know, this participation in there as well to see what you guys can come up as well for this top 10 stream. This, of course, top 10 stream was once again suggested by my good friends Lauren Hunt, Dakota Kai, and I am so sorry, Dakota, if you're in the live chat. Dakota Byers, not Dakota Kyle. It would be cool to talk with the girl who's in charge of Team Kick. But thank you guys for the suggestion. I chose this one because I'm going through the list now, and I'm starting to leave, you know. Bless you, sister. Sorry, I was just saying bless you, my sister. But anyways, I was trying to thought. I'm sorry. So I'm going through the suggestions already and already starting to, you know, lay out, you know, some answers for each of these top 10s. So this one I decided pitch, like, you know what? It's kind of similar to a few other ones I've done before. So I feel like it falls under the whole underutilized thing as well. But I thought, you know what? Let's just see what I come up with for this one. So this is my top 10 list of my top 10 superstars who should have been world champion their time in WWE. Now, there is someone on this list I know that was not a world champion in WWE, but WCW, I believe, but was not in the WWE. So that's why, you know, I include that person on this list. That was all. Again, I was hesitant about this topic at first. I felt that, you know, we've done how many of these underutilized topics before, but like, you know what? Just see how it goes. Let's see who's live in the live chat first before we get started here. We've got Robbie, who said, hey, Mike, I know you're not live yet, but when you are, Daniel and Gene wanted me to remind you, if you counted out or disqualified, it's still a loss. Thanks for the reminder, Robbie. What's up, Dakota? He thinks the number one is Matt Hardy. He was ECW World Champion. That actually is a good pick, but I did not include like active superstars. I only made this list of, you know, superstars who are no longer in the WWE, who did not win a world title. Like, you know, Matt Hardy, well, long shot right now, but, you know, he could still, maybe someday gets the world title. And a few others I definitely think deserves to be world champion materials someday. But yeah, so but Matt Hardy would definitely be a good answer, I'd say. What's up, Tia Couponer? Have the rest of the week off from work. That's awesome, Tia Couponer. So now oh gosh, Dakota, I'm so sorry. TN Couponer said British Bulldog, Owen Hart, and Rick Rude. Ooh, I completely forgot about Owen Hart not getting a world title. I can't believe I forgot to include him. What's up, Lauren? I'm doing pretty good, TN Couponer. You see my hat is on right now. Well, bags are downstairs, but getting ready to go on my yearly camping trip this weekend with my family. So that should be a lot of fun this weekend. So yeah, what way to kick off my weekend and to chill with my awesome live streamers on here and see what they can come up with for this top 10 list as well. So we've got Robbie, we've got Dakota Byers, not Dakota Kai, we've got Lauren, and we've got TN Coupon in the live chat. So it's a good start with 4 awesome people. So let's get started in this with my list and mention which of my top 10 WWE superstars should have been world champion. Now, again, my list has former WWE superstars. If you want to share any active ones, like Dakota said Matt Hardy, that'd be an awesome one. Tian Kupar also said British Bulldog, Owen Hart, and Ravishing Rick Rude as well. I forgot that Rick Rude didn't win a world title. I would have included him on this list, definitely. But thank you guys as well. Let's go with this though. So let's go to my top 10 superstars who should have won a world title. My number 10 is Austin Aries. Austin Aries was just released from the WWE last year. He was in, I almost said TNA. Wow. NXT. He came in, and you know, I felt he definitely had a lot of things going for him. But unfortunately, he came in at the same time as Shinsuke Nakamura. And I feel like that kind of, you know, took the spotlight away from him a little bit. But you know what? It still made sense down the line because he did turn heel. Unfortunately, a broken orbital socket, wherever he injured, pretty much costed him most of the rest of his NXT career. and he got called up to the main roster to be on 205 Live. And of course, that's when 205 Live was just a bootleg edition of Raw. And I'm like, Austin Aries is much more than 205 Live. He could have been a world champion. I see Austin Aries. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because of his character or whatnot. I just saw CM Punk. I thought this guy is definitely world champion material, I felt, in my opinion. Had a good feud with Neville. Didn't win the Cruiserweight Championship. Of course, at the end, it's like, now what for him? Like, now what we're going to do? He gets released. And I believe he did request his release. If he did, I don't blame him. Yes, I've heard rumors he could be a little bit of an asshole, I hear, but I still thought he was a good talent, and I thought he definitely could have eventually made, a good world champion. Definitely underutilized when he got to the main roster. Well, not completely. He was under very briefly, but I felt that this guy had a lot of potential. If they were going to hold him to just the Cruiserweight division, then I don't blame him for getting out of there. And he's doing good now on the Indies, wherever he is now. That's why he is my number 10. Austin Aries, I feel, could have made a world champion. Number 9. I know this one's going to cause a lot of controversies. I know this guy probably is not well liked, and I definitely do agree. I can see why. However, when I first started watching wrestling, full-time, like when I first, full-time in middle 2013, but I've seen some stuff here and there starting after I went to that Christmas Raw and SmackDown in December 2012. But you cannot deny that at one point this guy was one of the hottest acts on the main roster. And of course, I'm talking about Mr. Feed Me More. Yes, I know Ryback was not well liked, but I still, liked him for his catchphrase. Did not like the heel run he had in 2013. He brought him back as a heel in faces after his injury in 2014. Yes, he never got, where he was, but at one point, you cannot deny that Ryback was one of the hottest acts on the main roster. Bye, sister. I'm live right now, though. Anyways, but I still thought Ryback did show some potential when I first started watching. I know he went on a losing streak of 7 in a row, which is kind of unfair. I mean, I have listened to some of his podcasts, and he kind of thinks that they're holding a grudge against him based off of what happened with his ankle situation. And because they seem to pretty much cut off all of his momentum as soon as they made him drop the lawsuit against the doctor who screwed up his injury. I still think he was just put into the main event scene way too soon. He definitely, he was part of a faction called the Nexus. A lot of guys who had a lot of potential in there that unfortunately didn't get put over and then went downhill from there. May hear another name or two from that list later on in this stream. But I did definitely think Ryback could have been world champion material if he was booked better, I feel, in my personal opinion. Yes, I know, again, he was not probably one of the more liked and favorable superstars. I definitely agree. I still like his catchphrase, but I definitely didn't like, once his momentum all got cut off, he definitely seemed lifeless after that. So I put him on this list. I did feel that, he did show some potential to be world champion material. Unfortunately, they never got there with him. So that's why I include Ryback really low on this list at number 9. Let's check the live chat so far. Let's see here. We've got Lauren saying Evan Bourne, Sami Zayn, Kofi Kingston, Cody Rhodes, Samoa Joe, Tori Wilson, Maria, and Owen Hart as well. I didn't even think of doing women's champions as well, but yeah, definitely good answers right there. Definitely Samoa Joe has a chance. Hopefully, still maybe Sami Zayn. I don't know. Evan Bourne, maybe. Kofi Kingston probably could have back in the days, but they haven't pushed him as a main eventer. She says, "Hey, stream." Dakota hopes that Lashley wins at some time. I think so. Lauren says, "Ask how everybody's day. Getting pretty good." Lauren says that hopefully saying that I'm awesome. Well, everybody's awesome, but hopefully I'm awesome. Thank you, Lauren. He showed Lauren the women's pick with Roman. Oh my goodness. Everybody's saying their days were good. That's awesome. She agrees with Austin Aries. Neville's an honorable mention. He's not on this list, but he's an honorable mention. He could have been a world champion as well. She heard a lot of independent wrestlers talking shit about Randy Orton's promo on SmackDown Live. They're just jealous they didn't come up with it. Really? Again, I thought that was still a pretty good promo. Yeah, Aries is the Impact Wrestling World Champion. Again, that's good for him. Lawrence said he shouldn't hear that. Bubba Ray Dudley did praise Orton's promo, though. Definitely, Orton did deserve that. The Impact World Championship is worth less than the WWE Cruiserweight Championship. Oh, geez, that is saying something, though. TNA sucks. She just can't get behind it. I've never watched it. Probably never will. It is trash. That's okay. I still okay. He will still watch it. That's clearly fine. Tia Kupar. She didn't think Ryback should have been a world champ. He sucked as a solo wrestler. He was better in the Nexus. Fair game there. Cena buried the Nexus. Sorry, but yeah, that's how it felt. No offense to any Cena fans out there. Wade Barrett was another one who should have been world champion. Definitely. May see that one either. Maybe see that one later. Dakota didn't like Ryback either. Cena didn't put Nexus over, and he later said he regretted it. Edge and Jericho both said Nexus should have been put over. I definitely agree. She agrees with Wade Barrett. Wade had potential. Cody Rhodes also deserved to be world champ. May see a name on list later on. Also, you thought Cody Rhodes should have been world champion. Sable also deserved to be champ. Yes, all TNA has is Johnny Mundo. He is better than Aries. What about Morrison? John Morrison also should have been champion. Maybe I'll mention that name later also. But keep the stuff going, live chat going, guys. I'll read off. But so far, my lists are Austin Aries and Ryback. Number 8. Let's go back a little bit further, back into the 90s and whatnot. The guy who never won a world championship. Now I was surprised. British Bulldog. I saw his match for the Intercontinental Championship. I believe it was at SummerSlam 1992, I think it was, between him and Bret Hart. An instant classic. At the time, Bret Hart, I think, was just on the borderline of going from, like, a mid-card wrestler up to, like, the main event scene also at that time. And I definitely think he in that match, he showed that he could be a main eventer as well. And if you're facing a guy in a lot like Bret Hart and whatnot, so, why wouldn't he get a shot, be a world champion, pretty much? I mean, I can't really say too much about it, but I want to include some, I don't want to include too many guys, like recent guys. I want to include some guys like, further back. So I definitely think that, British Bulldog, though, could have also been another one who could have been a world champion as well. That is why he is my number 8 on this list. British Bulldog. Number 7 is somebody else. Well, I was a little not sure about this one, but I haven't seen too much of him. But I did like his work with Legacy and Orton and Cody Rhodes. So I thought maybe Ted DiBiase Jr. I've gone back and stuff. I really like the stuff that he did with Legacy. I felt like him and Cody Rhodes were definitely a good pairing together. Could have definitely, and I liked the match they had at SummerSlam in 2009 when Legacy took on D-Generation X. Despite the fact that DX won that match, it still felt like, one of those matches where they still made the people who lost look like they could have won the match. A strong showing in there. And because of that, I actually did kind of feel, Ted DiBiase Jr. had some singles potential. Personally, in my honest opinion, if you guys disagree, that's completely fine. But that's why I included him on this list. Also, Ted DiBiase Jr. At number 7. Number 6 is a recent deceased member of former WWE Universe. This guy, though, however, did win the WCW championship. Of course, most WCW wrestlers were not booked as well when they came to the WWF, probably because, not trying to sound like a sour mark here or anything like that, but Vince McMahon did not want people who weren't that. Sorry, Vince McMahon never really wants anybody that's not his creation to get, completely over. And of course, I'm talking about Vader. Big man. Was somewhat impressed. Wasn't extremely impressed with him going back and watching the WrestleManias, the SummerSlams, the Royal Rumbles and whatnot. But I definitely think the guy could have been a world champion, I felt, in my opinion. Don't understand why, they didn't. I mean, he had the match with Shawn Michaels at SummerSlam 96, I believe it was. A good main event, I thought it was. I remember there was some controversy towards the end of it. It's been a while since I watched 96 recently, but I still thought it was definitely, he was someone else I felt, could have been a world champion in the WWE. He was the WCW champion, but however, not in the WWE. But but yes, he's why he's my number 6 on this list is Vader. I'm kind of flying through fast here. I apologize about that, guys. But yeah, let me go over my list so far from 10 to 6 and check the live chat again. Number 10, Austin Aries. Number 9, Ryback. Number 8, British Bulldog. Number 7 is Ted DiBiase Jr. Number 6 is Vader. Let's see what we got here in the live chat. Let me see here. Let's see here. Lauren says John Morrison also should have been champ. John Morrison has charisma promo and skill. Everybody love Morrison. Lauren never liked the British Bulldog. That's fine. And was Andre the Giant ever world champion? I'm actually not 100% sure. Wasn't he champion? Like trying to get the feud straight here for when him and Hogan feud. Wasn't like DiBiase sold him the championship, but then they stripped him of it or something like that. Was that the case back in the late 80s, early 90s? Like if that's the case, I think yes then. But if not, then I can't recall him being champion. Bret Hart versus British Bulldog in your house, December 1995, was a great match too. I never saw that match, but I'll definitely check it out because of the recommendation. Lauren also says that Ted DiBiase also deserved to be world champion, to be honest. The Miz and Morrison group. Morrison had more potential, but nope, they picked The Miz. I mean, The Miz has definitely capitalized over the past couple of years, but I definitely agree that John Morrison also had the potential as well to be a world champion. They just never capitalized on it. Was Dusty Rhodes ever world champion? Well, I have my phone here. Let's check the WWE app. Let's look up Mr. Dusty Rhodes as well and see what his career accomplishments are. Superstars. Dusty. Oh, also, I also typed out Dusty. Dusty Rhodes. Okay, we found Mr. Dusty Rhodes. And it says he is the NWA World Champion, NWA World Tag Team Champion, United States Champion, NWA Television Champion, 2007 WWE Hall of Fame inductee. Actually, you guys are right. Dusty Rhodes never won a world title as well. I think he definitely could have. But yep, that was a good one. Andre B. Hogan at Saturday Night Main Event for the title in 98. Okay, agrees there. Morrison is better than The Miz. Dusty Rhodes never won the world title. Thanks for the clarification, Tia Cooper. Did you know when Legacy split? DiBiase Jr. was supposed to turn face instead of Randy, but I'm glad they turned Orton instead. They could have still probably turned them both. Like it wasn't like later on down the line. Remember, it was that segment where Cody Rhodes was bagging everyone. Remember DiBiase attacked him, but they never really seemed to go anywhere with him much after that. But yeah, they could have turned DiBiase face also down the line also to give him a shot. Here's the reason Morrison didn't get pushed is because he kept peace backstage and didn't want to stand up for himself. So Vince saw him as a puss and wouldn't push him to win the WWE title. Man, that really sucks. People taking advantage of people like that. That's ridiculous. Lawrence says DiBiase Jr. wasn't over enough to be champ. He wasn't really that good as a solo, but in a team, yes. Shane O'Mac should have been champ as well. Didn't think of that, but that'd be a good choice as well. Vader was a dominant WCW world champion in 1993. Mr. Kennedy, oh yeah, Mr. Kennedy also too, but he ruined that for himself. Yeah, he did. That's right, he did ruin that because of again, I can't remember first it was the injury and then the wellness policy violation, but one of the two. But yeah, because he was actually again. I got it wrong. He was supposed to be champion going into WrestleMania 24, where Triple H would dethrone him there. Because that would be the whole thing with what happened with Mr. McMahon. But of course, someone's death, double murder, suicide. We're not going to get into it happened there. But yeah, Mr. Kennedy also was one. Was Sting a champion? Not in WWE. WCW he was, I believe. Don't forget to drop an elbow on that like button. Yes, drop an elbow on my like button, please. I like that. She doesn't agree with Vader. That's fine. Umaga also deserved to be champ. May see that one soon also. Sting only had one match WWE. He was in WCW most of his career and Impact. WCW was part of WWE. That is true. Andre won the title but sold it to Ted DiBiase, then was stripped. Yeah, thought so. Dusty did deserve to be champion. Umaga was a good pick. Are you a fan of Lugie PS3? I just recently subscribed to her channel. Haven't seen too much of her work yet, but I know she does a lot of reactions. WCW wasn't the same as WWE. That's why when Vince bought it, he ran it into the ground. Seemed like it though because Vince has to, overpower everybody else. Does not like competition. When he doesn't have any competition, he's all comfortable. Oh, look at me, guys. I got no competition. I just relax. All the money. My hat just fell off again. This hat has fallen off how many times? Every time I run the bases when I play softball, when I make a good leaping catch, it falls off my head. This hat is a stupid idiot. And now what happens is, what happens when you do not stay on my head? What happens when you just fall off for no apparent reason and be lazy? I really like this hat. It's one of my favorites because it has Powers logo and my college's logo on it. You want to know what happens to my hat? RMU Pirate hat, you just made the list. All right, got that taken care of. Anyways, back to the live chat for a second here. The hat just made the list. Yes, the hat made the list because it keeps falling off my head. Literally, every time I run the bases or when I jump to make a catch in softball, this hat falls off my head. Doesn't stay on. Well, then again, probably for a haircut sometime soon. But won't be able to do this weekend because I'm going camping. But yeah, so see anything else in the live chat so far? Nope, nothing yet. That's fine, guys. Let's move on though from this on this top 10 list. And after, since I'm kind of going through this afterwards, let's look at some current wrestlers also who haven't won a world title yet, and we could mention a few also there because this is kind of going kind of quickly here. I don't want this to be a short stream. Anyways, though, but yeah, okay, so from 10 to 6 so far, we've got Austin Aries, Ryback, British Bulldog, Ted DiBiase Jr., and Vader. Now, my numbers 1 to 5, I won't deny. Most of the people in the live chat have already mentioned them. But that's okay because that's their predictions as well. So let's get right to it. So let's do this. Number 5 on my list. He's one of the people known to fail being Mr. Money in the Bank. He had a lot of potential. And yes, I will not deny, when he finally did get really popular again in 2015, I did feel that maybe not world champion yet, but at least mid-card champion. But this guy definitely, had an excuse to be world champion, I felt, when he got that Money in the Bank briefcase in 2013. And I'm talking about Damien Sandow. WWE just screwed him up big time. Him and Cody Rhodes were a great team together as Team Rose Scholars. He won the Money in the Bank briefcase. Yes, he lost the feud to Cody Rhodes. Well, the match, at least at SummerSlam, as far as I remember, he lost that match to Cody Rhodes in a solid, match. I feel like, would have been more so just on a great good episode of Raw or SmackDown, but it was still a great match. And he failed to cash in Money in the Bank. And after that, his career just went downhill. He kept losing. He came out dressed up as some different character every single week. And I just sat there like, this guy is such a good talent. Why are you wasting him with doing this? Brought him down so low. He became the Mrs. Stunt Double. He got popular again. The crowd loved him. Of course, though, he was not meant to get over. And, of course, what happens whenever someone else gets over that Vince doesn't want you to get over, you get screwed. So, yes, I was fine with the fact that he didn't win the match for The Miz brand. I thought, hey, this could be Sandow going to admit that he doesn't need The Miz. This is except for some type of feud where, Damien Sandow could just be himself again and overcome The Miz and prove that he is not much of a loser. What happens? No. Him and Curtis Axel team up become the Mega Powers 2.0. And that's around the time when Hulk Hogan got in trouble and they had to cut it all off there. We didn't see him again until he was in a dumb fatal four-way match with like 4 tag teams. The winning tag team was going to get 2 spots in the Royal Rumble, and ended up going to Mark Henry and Jack Swagger. The crowd just loved him though in 2015. Instead of just actually going with it, remember that first promo he cut the week after he lost the match for the Miz brand. He cut this really like serious, heartfelt promo that was just all true. Like Damien Sandow became so popular for being entertaining as the Miz's stunt double. The crowd was behind him. The crowd loved him, but nope. Macho Man Dow had to be invented, and he got cut. So unfortunately, Damien Sandow never got back up to that level. I definitely felt that they definitely had an opportunity to make him at least a main event star when he had that Money in the Bank briefcase. And as soon as he lost it to a random cash-in on John Cena, man, poor guy. Now he's off doing other stuff now. I wish him the best of luck, but he definitely could have been a world champion. My number 5 is Mr. Damien Sandow. Number 4. Lauren, you're a genius, so we all like you, but I had this on my list also. My number 4, and I'm completely surprised that he did not become world champion. But my number 4 is Umaga. Umaga, Samoan Bulldozer, big and dangerous dude, seemed to have a lot going for him. Fortunately, it looked like his momentum got cut off again in 2007 by Cena. Well, he didn't win the feud against Cena, and after that, he just was toned down to like a mid-card level. I mean, the only championship he won was the IC title. They could have definitely built him up to like, a dominating, if anything, he's kind of more like a Rusev. Well, Rusev, maybe, a Wade Barrett in some ways also, but, bigger man, was built like a dominating, winning streak for a while. Well, Rusev, I'm not sure how long Umaga's winning streak was. And as soon as he ran into Cena, it didn't get anywhere else after that. I mean, again, I wasn't watching full time. I could be wrong, but that's just what it seemed like happens. I know he feuded with Cena in 2007 for the world title. He did not win it. And then he wasn't treated as such a dangerous Samoan badass for a while, after that, pretty much. Career didn't last too long. Left in June 2009. Died later on that year, unfortunately. Not a good ending for Umaga. Rest in peace. But I definitely think he should have been a world champion as well. And that's why he's number 4 on my list. Check the live chat again. Where are we at? We have Ahmed Atef saying that Zach Gowen deserves to be champion. Okay. Another top 10 list, best heel and face turns. Thank you, Lauren. That one, Lauren. We've already done that one. Top 10 heel and face promos. I do have that on the list. Top 10 feuds all time. That one is definitely coming up also. Cesaro deserved to be a champion, even though I don't like him, but he is talented. Cesaro is someone also like on the active roster that definitely should be a main event. I mean, I think he's awesome, but he's Swiss. Something's missing, as Vince would say. WWE could have pushed Kofi after his victory over Orton. They definitely could, but they didn't. But Bobby Lashley does deserve to be champion. Lauren was a little surprised at his Sandow answer, but it's fine. Hopefully, Lauren Cesaro will win the world title soon. Hopefully, Cena also buried Sandow at 5%. Oh, geez, Dakota. Exactly. He thought Scott Steiner deserved to be. Top 10 that Cena or Triple H has buried. Let's see where I can go with that one. Get to the bottom of the page here for my list here. Top 10 wrestlers Cena and Triple H buried. The Golden Shovels, pretty much. Let me just get the name. Got those there. Anyways, get back to the live chat. Steiner, Randy Savage, if he was never champ, he deserves to be on his list. I thought he was world champion, I think, in WWE. I think he was. Bobby Lashley deserved to be a champion. Yes, Dakota's heading out. See you later, Dakota. Savage won the world title at WrestleMania 4 in a one-night tournament. Have a great night. Bonus dead. Zach Gowen. Mr. Anderson, Ahmed also said the top 10 talent that's here. Oh, I already got to that. Kevin Nash deserves to be a champion. I think he was champion in WWF. I can't remember. Christian deserved to be a champion. Yeah, he had brief runs with the World Championship. Bobby Lashley, Scott Steiner also mentioned again. Definitely good picks there, guys. Let's continue on the stream. Oh man, I went to the bottom of the page here for my lists. Anyways, getting back to this, I think we were at number. Come on. This is what I get for putting all my lists in one document. It's gonna take forever to get down there. Grand Slams. Aha, here we go. Okay, we just talked about Umaga. Number 3 is a guy who's going to be on the next season of Survivor, David and Goliath. Yes, John Morrison, also definitely another very underutilized talent. He definitely should have been world champion. I know he got one world championship shot, I think, in 2010 because he beat Sheamus in that ladder match at TLC for the #1 contendership. Fortunately, it just felt like, it was just, it just felt like a like segment for Raw, which it was set for a match for the World Championship on Raw, but didn't really lead to any big feud or anything. Just, oh, he won this match on a pay-per-view. Let's give him a world title match on Raw. That's it. Really. The guy was talented. People loved him definitely also. I don't know why they ever, again, apparently Vince took advantage of him because he didn't speak up for himself. I still find that ridiculous, but that's the case, then that's too bad. But John Morrison definitely deserved a lot more than he needed to be, and he should have been a world champion as well. That's why he is my number 3 on this list. Number 2 on this list is a guy who has really made a name for himself since leaving the WWE, and he's now getting his own show being called All In very soon. Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes could still say had a good career in WWE when he was around. He never, though, got treated as a main event talent, though, unfortunately. He could have been. He had the potential. He had great runs with the Intercontinental Championship. I believe he was a tag team champion a couple times as well. Of course, with, his brother Goldust, both just himself and Goldust said as Gold Stardust as well. I can't remember. Was he champions with Legacy? I can't remember. He had a good run with Legacy also as well. But they never pushed him into the main event scene. And I think he could have definitely made a good main eventer as well in the WWE also. As both either face or heel. I felt he was someone who worked well as both a face and a heel. And I'm glad that the guy spoke up for himself. He left the WWE to show, hey, I don't need you guys to, get over. I can go somewhere else and show I can be a lot better than you really think I am. And that's exactly what he did. He's got the ROH all over the Indies, and he's just killed it. I'm happy for him. Props for him. Whenever ROH is coming to town, I do go definitely check them out just to see him definitely. But I definitely felt that the WWE could definitely capitalize them being a main eventer and put him in a world title picture as well. Did not, unfortunately, and he got out. But that's why he is my number 2 on my list. Let's see here. Good answers. Lashley also deserves to be world champion. I say he's number 1 on this list. I would put Lashley on this list, but again, he's still active, so that's why I didn't put him on the list. Shelton Benjamin too. Yes. Matt Hardy. Rusev. The American Nightmare. Shinsuke. Alex Riley. That's another good one also. Shinsuke will win a title one day. Strowman deserved to be champion last year, just like he does now. Big E deserved to be a champion. Yes. Cody's better treated in the Indies. Vince, you lost a great talent in WWE. Exactly, because Cody Rhodes is an indie darling and Vince could not control him pretty much. But my number 1 on this list, there's no doubt about it, this former WWE superstar was definitely mistreated. Wade Barrett. He's been my number 1 in how many videos involving people, who were, underutilized, deserved to be world champion. And so many others. Wade Barrett was one talent that I just always felt was definitely extremely overlooked. He was great as the leader of the Nexus. Cena just, again, no offense to you, Cena fans. Again, I respect John Cena, but That's one stable he completely just cut everything off for. That they should have won that match at SummerSlam. You had to have Wade Barrett tap out to John Cena at SummerSlam. Why? At least if you want to give him the win, have be sneaky. Honestly, why did he even continue the feud between Cena and the Nexus if Cena won the war at SummerSlam? They were still around. I just don't get it. But after, the days of the Nexus, Barrett went with the core. It was just a ripoff of the Nexus. It wasn't working at all. But at that time, who were we going to really take seriously? That's what any of the members at that time. He had 5 runs with the Intercontinental Championship. Okay, but he could have gone a lot further, especially also when he had the freaking bad news gimmick. He was so popular. People loved it. I'm afraid I've got some bad news. Of course, as he mentioned also, Vince wanted him to be a heel, and his bad news catchphrase was getting a positive response. So because of that, he had to be Bad News Bear, who didn't cut promos. I won't forget that one week also, they had some backstage segment called BNZ, Bad News Zone. He even said himself, he says, I know I've been a heel most of my career, but why don't we just go for it? I've never been a babyface before. Let's try it. And they could have gone with it. I thought they were going to go with it after Cody Rhodes beat him down the night after they teamed up against Neville and Stephen Amell. Nope, he just got written off for a few weeks to film a movie, came back, and acted like nothing ever happened. I'm sorry, that King Barrett gimmick, that him winning King of the Ring just killed his career. That whole King Barrett thing, again, the way that he was written off television, also having him getting kicked out of the League of Nations just like he did, just was sad. Look, this guy was people wanted to see this guy succeed. He could have been an awesome heel, but with the positive response he was getting from his bad news catchphrase, they could have given him a shot as a babyface. He should have, but nope. WWE was so stubborn, making him a heel, and then they had to go a different route because, the bad news thing's getting over. You can't cheer for bad news. Newsflash, Vince, you can definitely. People are enjoying it. He's entertaining. Obviously, they want to see him get over. But nope, as long as you're making all your money, that's all you care about, is having everything your way. But that's the list, guys. Top 10 superstars who should have been a world champion. Austin Aries, Ryback, British Bulldog, Ted DiBiase Jr., Vader, Damian Sandow, Umaga, John Morrison, Cody Rhodes, and Wade Barrett. That is my list of my top 10 superstars who should have won a world champion. Now, there are some current superstars, though, that have never won a world title before. So let's, look at, that really quick also. Definitely some names in the live chat also, maybe I may have missed. But, I didn't have that idea yet. But let's just look around and see, who has not won a world title yet, who's still active. And let's see what we can come up with here. So let me see here. No way, not 8 in English. Andrade Cien Almas. I definitely think, I think Vince apparently has been very impressed with them also, so I definitely see him being world champion. He had a good showing against AJ Styles recently. I think he's definitely in line for a big push. If Apollo Crews wasn't booked so poorly, obviously in NXT, he could have been an NXT champion. I still think Apollo Crews should have had a run with the NXT championship before coming to the main roster. He was just brought up way too soon. They had nothing to do for him, and now he's just jobbing as Titus Worldwide. But I definitely think he could have been a champion if booked right. Baron Corbin, I definitely thought he had championship material. Unfortunately, he has not been completely dead in the water since he lost his Money in the Bank briefcase, but he's very unstable, I'd say right now. But I think he had potential. Big E, I've always been high on Big E as a single star. Bo Dallas, years ago maybe. Right now, don't see it happening. Bobby Lashley, I agree. Bobby Roode was booked. I was in NXT. I'd say yes, but this route, nope. Braun Strowman definitely should have been world champion by now, but not there. Bray Wyatt's already won it once. Definitely, he could be a better world champion than the run they gave him. Buddy Murphy, 205 Live's Buddy Murphy, I think could be a world champion. I didn't think much of Buddy Murphy at all until he was mad. I felt as him, Blake and Murphy. Well, with Alexa Bliss by his side, They were fine. They never really impressed me as a tag team, but he's really shown me something since joining 205 Live, and I definitely think he could definitely be more than just a cruiserweight as well. Same with Cedric Alexander, Cesaro. Maybe Chad Gable, if they push him better. I'd say so. Not Kurt Hawkins, definitely not. Curtis Axel, baby. We've seen. Well, Dolph Ziggler's already gotten a world title run, but he definitely could have gotten a better one. Drew McIntyre definitely should be a world champion with the run he's on right now. Maybe not Elias, not Eric Young. Finn Balor. He has won the Universal title. He's never gotten that rematch. Why? Don't know. Now he's as I said last night, 2 years ago yesterday, Finn Balor got a rocket ship push to the top, and on Monday Night Raw, and he won the first ever Universal title till he got injured. He came back, and now he's playing inside Finn's Funhouse. Yay. Maybe Luke Harper. I've always saw good singles potential in Luke Harper, so maybe him. If they have a Tommy, possibly James Ellsworth. So should call him out for that match with SummerSlam. Myself versus James Ellsworth. Jason Jordan, maybe. Jeff Hardy could go for another run. You know, Jinder Mahal had one WWE title run. Don't give him another. John Cena's could be in line for one more. Kane's been champion a couple times. Wow, Pirates are losing. They've been winning so much lately. Carl Anderson. I feel like there is some singles potential in Carl Anderson if they ever decide to split him and Gallows up. I think he could definitely have some. Could be a world champion. Kevin Owens. Hopefully, if he ever does become a world champion again, a better run. Killian Dane, I definitely think could be a world champion. Kofi Kingston could have been back in the days. Maybe not now, but if he works on that, possibly he's still entertaining as hell. Let's see, who else do we got here? Matt Hardy, we mentioned before, definitely could have been a world champion. The Miz, I think he's ready to be in the main event scene again. You can make him a world champion again. Mojo Rawley, not sure yet. I see something in Mojo, but I'm not completely sold on him yet. But I could agree. Mustafa Ali as like an underdog world champion. I actually would like to see that. We already mentioned Neville. No way, Jose, no. R-Truth was never a world champion. Man, I've always seen it happen anytime soon. Orton maybe someday. Rhino, nah. Roman Reigns, no thank you. Not anytime soon. Eric Rowan, nah. Rusev, yes. Sami Zayn, yes. Samoa Joe, he will be. I know he will be someday. Seth Rollins deserves another run in the world title scene. Maybe Shelton Benjamin. Nakamura, being built up as a heel, I think he definitely could be a world champion. Who else here that I could definitely see being a world champion? Ty Dillinger and Tyler Breeze. More mid-card wrestlers, so probably not. But they're still talented. Well, when given the right material to work with. Unfortunately, they haven't been booked well on the main roster at all. Undertaker, I think his chances of being world champion aren't going to happen anytime soon. But yeah, those are some people I think could be world champions that haven't been world champions yet. Let's check the live chat and see what's happening. We've got. Let me see here. Razor Ramon. Yeah, that's right. Razor Ramon was never a world champion also. I definitely agree with that one. Didn't think about Scott Hall. Yes, Bear, a well-deserved #1 spot. Good choice. Rob is, hey, Mike, can you do your quirky impression of Paige when she introduced the trailer for her film Fighting With My Family? Paige here. Did you know Wade left because he didn't like how he was being booked and treated? Well, good for him because he definitely didn't deserve that. Jeff Jarrett, possibly. Top 10 stables. I had that one listed. Drew McIntyre should have been world champion during his first run in WWE. Definitely should have. I definitely think he's a lot better than he was now. I do have a top 10 women's and divas of all time coming sometime soon. Definitely that will happen. Was Wade ever a face? You know, when he first returned from his injury at the beginning of 2015, he came out and he faced Cesaro. And at the time, Cesaro was a heel. So they were kind of treating him like a baby face, like here and there. But nope, we gave him the IC title back and turned him heel on Ziggler again, pretty much. But he should have been a face. Give him a shot. See, he thought Ahmed said Ezekiel Jackson. Maybe Big Zeke. I'm not sure. I didn't see too much of him, but maybe. He enjoyed Barrett's feud with Orton, Cena, and others she enjoyed. Ezekiel Jackson deserves to be a champion. He's surprised Christian wasn't on this list. Yes, he was champion, but he deserved the better title reign. I definitely agree. Everybody's saying hello to Robbie. People cheer more for heels, to be honest, because, again, the heels are more entertaining than baby faces because WWE knows how to write heels and not baby faces, because WWE thinks those are the people who are drawing in the money. But shouldn't we be wanting to see the heels get their rear ends kicked? That's why we wanted to see Tommaso Ciampa get his ass kicked. He's a great heel, but we want to see him get his comeuppance on him. We got that. He also says Orlando Jordan. Lauren says, nice. Let's look forward to your SummerSlam predictions. I'll see you in the next video. Sweet dreams, everyone. See you later, Lauren. Apollo Crews. Robbie's saying Apollo Crews, Hideo Itami, Cesaro, Rusev, Sammy, freaking Zayn, Neville, Kofi, Biggie, Kofi, Kingston, all great talents that have yet to be world champion. I do agree. Bully Ray, yes. Zack Ryder could have been and ruined him. We got Ultra Shadow. What's up, Nick? Saying Kofi Kingston and Shelton Benjamin need to win a world title to become Grand Slam champions. They could go with that, definitely. I do agree. Jay Lethal deserves to be a champion. TQ Bar says everybody have a great night. I guess he's checking out. And the Bunny with Adam Rose deserves to be champion. Oh gosh, the Bunny. I completely forgot about the Bunny, but maybe not on my list. But that, if you really think that, that's completely cool, man. But yeah, not on my list. But it looks like everybody is checking out. But yeah, guys, thank you guys again for joining in for this top 10 special of my top 10 superstars who should have been a world champion in the WWE. Next couple weeks, since it's going to be August leading up to SummerSlam, I will be doing some top 10s based off of SummerSlam for the next couple weeks for my special streams. I'm going to be living in the woods for the weekend. I'm going camping this weekend, so don't expect anything from me. Well, I might do one more of my baseball highlight videos tonight. Other than that, don't expect anything in from me until either Sunday. Monday, I should be able to do my live review of Raw, but it might be later because I'm most likely going to Kennywood that day. But I will definitely do that sometime next week, definitely. And then everything else should be smooth sailing from there. So, guys, thank you for joining in for this special live stream. Again, who are your top 10 superstars? Even if you want to mention some current ones also, who should be or should have been world champion? Your thoughts down in the comment section below as always. And be sure as always to click my like and subscribe or comment on my channel. And follow me on Twitter as well at DemandAirBoy93. So until then, guys, I'm checking out. I will see you guys all later. So until then, guys, I'm signing out. Peace out, everybody.